Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Mindfulness Monday. It was a journey coming back live. I haven't been live in a few weeks. I haven't done my community in the last few weeks. I needed me more than you. I could have gone a little longer. And it's almost like the longer that I'm detached or disconnected from being on social media, the more I realize how much I don't want to be on here. But it's something that I'm using as a tool because I do have a brand, I do have a business, and it's helpful. But social media can get you wrapped up in a lot of different things if you're not mindful or if you're not aware. So I'm just coming here live now to be more intentional, or to be back intentional about the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing in the first place. I was having a conversation yesterday with someone very important in my life, and the conversation led me to believe that I'm very misunderstood. And although I am full of tools, and although I am very well-spoken and have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, and a lot of understanding through my experiences, I'm human. I know that, but I don't know if those of you all who are tuned into me are aware. I'm kind of just like you. Just like you in a sense of I'm human. I've made mistakes. I'm still making mistakes. I'm doing my best. I don't always succeed. As much as I know, I'm also learning and realizing I don't know anything. So I want to just share a few truths with you. Truth is I'm not perfect. But again, if you're looking at me and trying to idolize me because I practice yoga, because I do meditation, because I know how to use my breath work, because I am a therapist, because I have a brand and I'm a life coach, and you're looking at me and thinking, oh, she's perfect, she got it all together, she's figured it all out, you might want to turn that channel. I come to you all in my raw form when I'm upset sometimes. I come when I'm sad. I come when I'm happy. I come and I show different ranges of emotions because I never want to be misinterpreted or misconstrued to be this perfect image. I never want anybody to think that what I'm teaching or what I'm talking about is the only way. No, I'm sharing with you my truths. I'm sharing with you the way that I chose to take, or the way that life has chosen to take me, in hopes that you try to shine some awareness or shine some light on whatever your scenarios are, and maybe you can apply some of the things that I show you to your own life and figure out what your path is going to look like. But don't come to me or look at me and think she knows everything, she got all the answers. No, I'm telling you what I've learned from what I've been through. And it kind of upset me, or it pisses me off a little bit, because people will place you in a position or place you in a pedestal in the moment that you don't align with whatever the view is of what they've painted for you. Now you're a hypocrite, or now you're no longer true. No, this is still my truth. As I shared, I ain't been feeling a lot of things lately. And part of the lot of things that I haven't been feeling lately, I'll just include myself in that as well. Now, I love me. I truly do. But what I'm realizing is, as I zoom out from doing so much and taking moments to just sit back and just be still, I ain't been liking the way that I've been moving on some situations. I haven't liked the way that I've approached some situations or allowed certain situations to take me or revert me back to my old ways. I'm aware of that. I am aware that I have an attitude sometimes, most times maybe to some. I'm aware of that. I'm aware that it takes me time to bounce back after I've been hurt, mistreated, disrespected, left on red, ignored. I'm aware of that. I also speak the truth on that. I don't try to hide behind the mask of making you all feel like, you know what, you can step on my toes, and then I'll come back and sit next to you and act like you didn't just step on my toes. No, I'm going to tell you, you just stepped on my toes and I didn't like it. Or you may not get the opportunity again to step on my toes. Is that a way to be? I don't know. Is it my truth? Absolutely. Is it something that I'm aware of? For sure. Is it something that I'm working through? Definitely. And that's my truth. I do my best to show up. But the truth is, I don't always feel like it. The truth is, I've trained myself and reprogrammed myself to do things even when I don't feel like doing them. Because if I don't, who knows what my days or my life will look like otherwise. So yes, the truth is, I didn't want to get out the bed this morning and I didn't want to do absolutely anything. But the truth is, after allowing myself to lay there and feel like that, truth is, I said, Janae, get up. Janae, get up. Don't do it. Janae, don't do it. Get on up. Get up, Janae. I said that. Didn't nobody call me and say, get up. Didn't nobody text me and encourage me or motivate me. I told myself, get up. I wanted to lay in my scarf, in my pajamas all day. What I did instead, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, I took a shower, I moisturized my hair, I oiled my hair, I put on a little mascara, I changed my nose ring, put on something on my lips. I tried, and it helped. Truth is, everything may not always feel like it's working out. But the truth is, I try to encourage myself even in the midst of that unknown. The truth is, I have some very hard days, some very low moments in my days. But the truth is, I find ways throughout my days to pull myself back to my center. The truth is, I've discovered things when it comes to ways to help me self-soothe, because otherwise I'll be codependent on somebody else to help me pull myself up or to help me feel better about me. The truth is, I don't always have the energy to do that. But the truth is, when I know that I don't, I try my hardest to remove me from you so that my energy is not pouring over into what you got going on. Because the truth is, if you aren't aware of how strong your energy can be, especially when you're in that negative space, the truth is you could ruin everybody's day. But the truth is, even in the midst of my lows, I try my hardest to still be kind. And if I don't have kindness to offer you, I go somewhere completely by myself until I know that I do. What's true about you? What's true for you? Because as I said, the truth is, I wasn't interested in coming back to social media or coming back live. But the truth is, if I don't keep going, if I don't keep pushing through, I'll probably never do it. So again, the truth is, you got to find a way to pull yourself up and push your way through, even when you don't feel like it. Because as I always say, nobody is going to call you and tell you what you should do. Nobody is going to text you every morning and say, hey, good morning, grand rising, rise and shine, it's a beautiful day outside. And even if they do, you still got to find the energy within you to pull yourself up out the bed to even get started. So yeah, the truth is, even when I'm pissed off, I push through. The truth is, even when I'm sad, I find my way through. The truth is, I'm human. I'm going to have those human emotions, and I'm going to allow myself to feel. So please, please don't approach, or please don't tune in if you think that the image that I'm painting to you or the words that I'm speaking to you are all that there is. It's the only truth. It's the only way to where you're going, and I'm not human. Please don't place me on a pedestal. I'm going to place myself on one because I know how hard it can be. And I know what it takes for me sometimes to even get up to keep moving. So yeah, I'm going to speak high on me. But again, I don't need you to look at me and think, yeah, she's not human. What do you think? I'm not going to even ask. But I brought that up because, again, I had a conversation. And I was almost advised, because I'm doing the Lord's work, that I have to be a little bit more gentle or patient or kind when it comes to my approaches. And although I do feel that's true, I also understand that I'm also on the midst of my own journey, that I'm not shy. of expressing to you. I'm not quiet about it. The things that I don't know, I'm vocal about them. The things about myself that I'm still learning, I share. Now, that's a vulnerable space to be in. Telling people when you're mad, telling people when you're sad, being able to express what those different feelings are. I'm aware of it. I'm also aware of what my flaws may be. I'm working through them. I'm working on my attitude. But I also realize that my attitude, most times, it ain't just out of nowhere. I'm triggered sometimes. And sometimes when I'm triggered, I didn't know that I would be triggered until I was. But when I am, it's hard to be quiet about it, I'm telling you. And if we decide to continue to coexist, something has to shift. And if my awareness is frightening to you, then that's your bad. You might need to excuse yourself, because I'm going to keep speaking my truth. I'm going to keep shining light. I'm going to keep being a light. I'm going to keep doing that. Because again, if I don't keep going, I don't know what else to do. No matter how much I wanted to stay in that bed today, I couldn't. Because as I'm laying there, I'm not laying there in a restful state, or I honestly allow myself to. I push through that. But after a minute of just laying there, get up, Janae, get up, push through. You got it. You can do it. So yeah, you gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing. But again, if you're not being truthful about how you feel, if you're not being truthful with yourself, how are you gonna keep it real with anybody else? And I don't need that. Again, I got my own battles that I'm fighting. I have a lot of information about other people that I'm processing. If you're going to be in my orbit, if you're going to be in my aura, you're going to have to at least approach me with some truth. And if you can't, ask yourself that question and then get on about your business. So yeah, truth is, I'm tired. Tired of wanting people to be more than that they want for themselves. Tired of just everything and everybody sometimes. But only because, again, I just wish some people saw what I can see in them, in themselves. But that's not up for me. And that's why the journey is personal. But again, the truth is, if you're not even interested in knowing who you are, or figuring out what you like, or figuring out what's the truth for you, I can't do nothing for you. You gotta at least be interested. You gotta at least be open-minded to different possibilities. Or you'll just always be the same. You'll always stay in the same place. You'll always be who you are. And even if you like that person, if you're not constantly growing, if you're not learning, if you're not evolving, then you're kind of dying while you're still living. Life is expansive. It's expansive. Allow yourself to expand. Allow yourself to explore. Get to know yourself. Because the truth is, many of us don't even know who we are. And you live there. And I'm not talking about living there in your home, in your physical place, but I'm talking about in the physical space that your body and spirit resides. You live there, and you don't even know who you are. You live there, and you're not even aware of what your truths are, because you're lying behind the mask. So yeah, truth is, I'm back. Or I'm bike, as I'd say. And I'll say just back on my journey. I'm back home. And not just back home in Birmingham. I feel at home with me. And most times what that feels like and looks like is, I was a little thrown off. I was a little off balance, but now I found my balance again. So yeah, I'm doing all these things, but I'm also doing my work. And in my work, I recognize that it's never complete. So if my healing or if my journey offends you, if you are still asking yourself, because people have asked me this, why are you still healing? Why are you still doing these things? Get you some business. Go mind thine own business. This is what I'm called to do. If it doesn't resonate or align with you, then you can excuse yourself. Because even when you've gone through some journeys or realized that you've done some healing, you've evolved from certain states, you may also realize further on down your journey that you have to revisit some of those old wounds. You may have to revisit some of those old spaces, because although you've evolved from then, you can still be re-triggered from now. And again, a lot of triggers you may not even recognize that you have until you are. But if you're not checking in with them, how do you even know? So yeah, the truth is, I got stuff to do. Truth is, I'm aware of it. I'm aware. So whoever my people are, my tribe, my everything, y'all just got to be aware too. She knows herself. So if you don't know who you are, take some time to get to know who you are. Because I see you. I can see you because I see me. A lot of times I see things that I don't even know that people see. And then I can't unsee what I do. I just have to find a way to compartmentalize it and try not to allow it to attach me to how I feel about who you are, especially if it's a personal relationship. So it's kind of one of those things that it's a beautiful experience, but it's also one that you must proceed with caution. And that's the journey of spirituality, I'll say, because once you tap into certain areas or certain knowledge, certain experiences with yourself, ain't no going back. Ain't no going back. You'll never be the same. You'll never have the same lens. You'll never be able to experience life the way that you once experienced it before, because you're no longer that person. So again, the truth is, I'm constantly evolving. That scares some people. Shit, it scares me sometimes. But I can't unsee some of the things that I've seen. And now I just want to share it. I want to share it to those that are open to hear. I want to share it to those that are open to experience. Because you never know how helpful or healing these journeys may be for yourself. I hope you all are having an amazing Monday. Or even if you're not, as I mentioned, my day didn't start where I am right now. So that means that if you're not in a peaceful state, if you're not feeling joyful or just in a state of peace right now, the day's not over. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel of this thing that we call life. But put your hands in it and be intentional about it. And understand that you can course correct. You can change the direction of your day at any moment. You can decide to rewrite your story from where you are at any moment. You get to do that, and that's the truth. You're responsible for that. That's the truth. I hope that my journey or me sharing inspires. I really do. So the action that I want you to take for yourself today is check in with yourself. Check in with yourself. If you feel like you're feeling okay, if that's the word you choose to choose, how do you even know? Or are you on autopilot, just doing the same thing at the same time in the same way because that's what you always do? And you don't even know if you are okay. That's the answer that we always say when people ask, how are you? I'm good. How you know? Because the truth is, I ain't always good. And I know. The truth is, I'm not always okay. But the truth is also, it's okay to not be okay. But you can't keep going around saying that you are or acting like you are when you really know that you ain't good. You got to check in with your mental. Life is taxing. And not just financially, because it's that too. But life can be heavy. Or it can be a very happy, peaceful place. Now, it's not going to always be one or the other, but there's always a space in between. But you won't know the difference if you're not checking in. And after you've checked in on yourself, I also, tongue, want you to check in on somebody else. Sometimes you can tell people are off just by the way that they're looking or not looking. And sometimes I wish people are aware enough to recognize you ain't even got to ask them if they're good. Because we ask, are you good? No, they're not. Because I'm not always good. And I can see that in other people as well. And then reflect on a time when you were feeling good. Reflect on a time when you did feel your best. Or a moment that made you feel happy and joyous and grateful and proud to be who you are. Reflect on that. And then we're going to work towards getting back to that space. So again, my few weeks from being off of line and disconnected from just being social in certain aspects and scenarios has allowed me to realize how I've gotten off my center. And I'm going to spend this time intentionally to get back focused. So I'm going to do some very intentional work. If you are interested in participating or joining me on some of those journeys or challenges, I will be sending out information soon so you can tap in with me. Because I know what to do. I've done it before. And I'm in a whole new season, and I know when it's time to revisit some of those truths that have led me to become who I am. To help me become who I'm becoming. Don't allow anyone to steal your joy today. If that person is you, don't do it. Don't do it. Remember that you got this. Keep going. And tell me one thing that you know is true for you. So truth is what? But thank you for tuning in, and always, always stay true to you.